In this last video, we're going to look at effect size as it relates to the repeated measures t-test. There's two different ways that we're going to look at it. We're going to look at Cohens D and we're going to look at R squared and how we would interpret this effect size. So as a reminder, Cohens D gives us an indication of how practically important our findings are. And we've been figuring Cohens D a couple different ways depending on the test. And for the repeated measures test, basically what you're doing is you're taking the mean difference and dividing it by the sample standard deviation. So, pretty simple, right? And once again, we evaluate effect size based on these three levels. 0.2 is small, 0.5 is medium, and 0.8 is large effect. So let's take a look and see what this would look like from our study on glasses that we talked about a few videos ago. Our mean difference was 3, and we did have the variance, but we do need the standard deviation. So all we do is we take the square root of our variance to get standard deviation of 1.50. When we put 3 divided by 1.50, it gives us a Cohens D of 2.00. That's pretty high. As you recall, 0.8 is considered high. So this is a super high, a very high effect size. We can also look at R squared as a measure of the variability accounted for or explained by the treatment or intervention by the total variability. So to do this, we take the t that we found, we square it, and we divide it by the t squared plus the degrees of freedom. So from our forensic study on glasses, all we need is our t statistic and our degrees of freedom to find out this percent of variance accounted for by our study. And we ended up with a very high amount of 0.82. And when we're looking at an R squared of 0.25 would be a very large effect. So again, this is consistent with our Cohens D, that there really is a big difference between how people see people with glasses and without glasses in terms of their credibility. All right, those are our videos for this week. If you have any questions, I'm hoping to speak with you at the Hallway Conversations Forum.